On July 18, 2020, Omari Wilkins, age 27, was living what many would consider the American dream in Memphis, Tennessee, a graduate of the University of Memphis with a degree in business administration. Wilkins had transformed his understanding of cryptocurrency markets and the automotive industry into a profitable enterprise. By 2020, his company, Premium Fleet LLC, managed a collection of 15 luxury vehicles, serving high-end clients throughout the Tennessee metropolitan area. Financial records would later show that his business generated approximately $680 in revenue during the first half of 2020 alone. Wilkins maintained strict security protocols for his cryptocurrency investments, which investigators estimated were worth $1.2 million at the time. He stored these digital assets on a Ledger Nano X hardware wallet, a USB-sized device he consistently wore on a steel chain around his neck. According to his business partner, David Park, Wilkins never removed this chain, even during meetings or social events. The investigation revealed that Wilkins had accumulated his cryptocurrency fortune through careful investments. Starting in 2016 when he first recognized the potential of digital currencies. During this period, Saw Denton entered Wilkins' life through the dating application Tinder. At 25, Denton presented herself as a successful real estate agent with an office in downtown Memphis. Bank records would later reveal a drastically different reality. Denton carried $887 in credit card debt spread across 6 cards, had defaulted on a $115 personal loan, and faced eviction from her apartment for 3 months of unpaid rent. Further investigation revealed that Denton had never held a real estate license in Tennessee or any other state. Documentation from the Memphis Police Department's investigation showed that Denton had previously attempted similar schemes between 2018 and 2020. She had dated 3 other successful businessmen in the Memphis area, accumulating expensive gifts and cash payments before disappearing. However, none of these men filed official complaints, likely due to embarrassment or the relatively small financial losses involved. Investigators would later discover that Denton had used multiple aliases during these previous relationships. Though she used her real identity with Wilkins, the relationship between Wilkins and Denton progressed rapidly. Text messages recovered from Wilkins' phone revealed that within their first week of dating, Denton had already gathered significant information about his cryptocurrency holdings. During a dinner at Flight Restaurant and Wine on July 21, Wilkins explained in detail how his hardware wallet protected his Bitcoin investments. Restaurant staff later confirmed that Denton appeared particularly interested in this conversation, asking multiple questions about the security device and the method of accessing the stored cryptocurrency. Over the following 3 weeks, Denton systematically gathered information about Wilkins' daily routines, security measures, and living arrangements. She visited his apartment at the Rise Memphis complex 12 times, each visit carefully planned to understand the building's security procedures. Building records show she signed in as a guest each time, using her real name and ID, suggesting she had no immediate concerns about leaving a paper trail. During these visits, Denton took particular interest in Wilkins' home office, where he often conducted his cryptocurrency transactions. David Park, who met Denton twice during this period, later told investigators that she appeared unusually interested in Wilkins' success story, particularly the details of his cryptocurrency investments. Park recalled warning Wilkins about sharing too much financial information, but Wilkins dismissed these concerns, stating that Denton was different from other women he had dated. Park also noted that Denton often steered conversations toward topics of digital security. By early August, Denton had gained Wilkins' complete trust. She had integrated herself into his daily life, attending business meetings, helping with client relations, and even suggesting expansions to his rental fleet. Bank records show that Wilkins had begun including her in his financial decisions, adding her name to dinner reservations and allowing her to use his credit card for small purchases. This trust would ultimately prove fatal, as Denton had already formulated her plan to access his cryptocurrency wallet, requiring only the right moment to execute it. Investigators would later find detailed notes in Denton's phone about Wilkins' daily schedule and security habits, proving the premeditated nature of her subsequent actions. On June 19, 2020, At approximately 2:15 p.m., Cairo Wilkins discovered the body of his younger brother, Omari Wilkins, in a Memphis apartment complex. Cairo, who managed several business accounts for Premium Fleet LLC, had grown concerned after his brother failed to respond to multiple messages and missed several client meetings over 2 days. This behavior was completely out of character for Omari, who maintained strict communication protocols with his business partners and family members. Medical examiners determined that Omari Wilkins died from asphyxiation between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. on June 17. The victim was found restrained on his bed, with nylon ropes securing his wrists and ankles to the bedposts. The body showed signs of heavy bruising around the neck area, consistent with strangulation using a leather belt. Additional contusions on his back indicated that significant pressure had been applied from behind during the murder. The victim was dressed only in underwear, suggesting an intimate encounter had preceded the murder. Several key items were missing from the scene: Omari's iPhone 11 Pro, his Ledger Nano X cryptocurrency wallet, and the steel chain he used to wear it. The leather belt used in the strangulation was also absent from the scene. Despite these missing items, the apartment showed no other signs of theft or disturbance. Expensive electronics, including a laptop and gaming console, remained untouched. The targeted nature of the missing items suggested the perpetrator had specific knowledge of Wilkins' valuable possessions. The Memphis Police Department's forensic team discovered multiple sets of fingerprints throughout the apartment, primarily in the bedroom and kitchen areas. Hair samples collected from the bed and bathroom matched 2 distinct DNA profiles. Investigators also found traces of red wine in 2 glasses on the kitchen counter, along with partially eaten takeout food from a local restaurant. Receipt records indicated the food had been ordered at 9:47 p.m. on June 17. Building security records showed that Omari's yellow Chevrolet Camaro left the parking garage at 1:23 a.m. on June 18. The vehicle's distinctive color and custom modifications made it easily identifiable, despite its heavily tinted windows preventing visual identification of the driver. The car's exit from the complex marked the last known movement associated with the crime scene. A methodical examination of the apartment revealed no signs of forced entry, suggesting the perpetrator either had a key or was willingly let in by the victim. The front door smart lock system logged its last activation at 9:15 p.m. on June 17, corresponding with a food delivery arrival. The subsequent exit was recorded at 1:19 a.m. on June 18, just minutes before the Camaro was seen leaving the complex. Memphis PD investigators noted several crucial details about the crime scene. The position and arrangement of the body indicated that the victim had been willingly restrained, as there were no defensive wounds or signs of resistance typically associated with violent struggles. The method of binding suggested someone with knowledge of restraint techniques, as the ropes were tied in a way that prevented escape while avoiding circulation damage. The medical examiner's report highlighted additional findings. Toxicology screens revealed traces of alcohol in Wilkins' system, consistent with wine consumption, but no other substances were detected. The bruising patterns on his body indicated that the attacker had likely straddled his back while applying the fatal pressure to his neck. The examiner estimated that death occurred within 3 to 5 minutes of strangulation initiation, suggesting a determined, physically capable as well. The investigation also revealed that Wilkins' personal safe remained locked and untouched. Inside, investigators found business documents, spare car keys, and approximately $5 in cash. The selective nature of the stolen items reinforced the theory that the perpetrator had intimate knowledge of Wilkins' most valuable possessions, particularly his cryptocurrency holdings stored on the missing Ledger device. Detectives Brandon Stokes and Kiera Mays initiated their investigation by analyzing Omari Wilkins' last known activities. Wilkins' business partner, David Park, provided crucial information about a scheduled client meeting on June 17, which Wilkins unexpectedly missed. Park also informed detectives about a recent relationship Wilkins had started with a woman he met through a dating application. The investigation gained momentum on June 21, 2020. When Arkansas State Police located Wilkins' 2019 Chevrolet Camaro in a retail parking lot in Little Rock. The vehicle, valued at $45, featured custom yellow paint and distinctive aftermarket modifications. A forensic examination of the vehicle revealed thorough cleaning of all interior surfaces, suggesting an attempt to eliminate evidence. However, investigators recovered partial fingerprints from the steering wheel and gearshift, along with traces of DNA from the driver's seat. In a significant breakthrough, a maintenance worker discovered a damaged iPhone in a dumpster near the abandoned vehicle. Despite severe physical damage, digital forensics experts successfully extracted data from the device. The phone's serial number matched Wilkins' purchase records, and recovered data included text messages, emails, and social media communications from the days leading up to his death. The phone's contents revealed extensive communication with Saw Denton through various platforms. Their exchanges indicated an intense relationship that developed rapidly over 3 weeks. Denton's messages showed particular interest in Wilkins' cryptocurrency investments and his methods of securing digital assets. Notably, several messages referenced the ledger wallet Wilkins wore around his neck. Initial background checks on Soraya Denton proved challenging. She had no criminal record in Tennessee or surrounding states, and her social media presence appeared carefully curated. However, financial investigators uncovered a pattern of credit card defaults and unpaid loans under her name. Employment verification revealed that her claimed position as a real estate agent was fabricated, and her listed business address in Memphis belonged to an unrelated company. Detectives interviewed multiple witnesses who had interacted with Denton during her relationship with Wilkins. Restaurant staff from several Memphis establishments confirmed seeing the couple together, noting that Denton often guided conversations toward Wilkins' business success and cryptocurrency holdings. A valet attendant recalled Denton asking specific questions about Wilkins' vehicle on June 16, particularly about its fuel capacity. A GPS system analysis of cellular tower data provided crucial timeline information. Denton's phone showed movement from Memphis to Little Rock in the early hours of June 18, following the same route as the abandoned Camaro. The phone signal ceased at approximately 4:30 a.m. near the location where the vehicle was later discovered. Surveillance footage from a gas station along the route captured images of a woman matching Denton's description purchasing fuel at 3:15 a.m. on June 18. The investigation also revealed that Denton had conducted multiple online searches related to cryptocurrency wallets in the weeks leading up to Wilkins' death. Her browser history showed particular interest in methods of accessing ledger devices without knowing the security passphrase. These searches, combined with her focused questioning about Wilkins' digital assets, strongly suggested premeditation. Detectives Stokes and Mays compiled evidence indicating that Denton had methodically planned the crime. They discovered she had rented a car under an alias on June 16, which was later found abandoned at a bus station in Little Rock. Bus station security footage showed her purchasing a ticket to Birmingham, Alabama, on the morning of June 18, using cash and providing a false name. The investigation also uncovered a series of burner phones purchased by Denton in the weeks before the murder. Cell tower data from these devices helped investigators track her movements during the critical period. The pattern of activity suggested careful planning and an attempt to establish an alibi through deliberately placed digital footprints. Following Sarah Denton's flight from Memphis, the Memphis Police Department coordinated with federal law enforcement to launch a multi-state manhunt. On June 24, 2020, investigators released Denton's photograph to media outlets across the southeastern United States. The public announcement generated substantial response, with over 200 reported sightings in the first 48 hours. Though most proved to be misidentifications, the breakthrough in locating Denton came from Birmingham, Alabama. On June 26, at approximately 8:45 p.m. Birmingham police received a 911 call from Michael Torres, a bank employee who recognized Denton from news coverage. Torres observed her ordering food at a McDonald's drive-thru in western Birmingham. According to Torres, Denton had altered her appearance by dyeing her hair blonde and wearing colored contact lenses. But her distinctive facial features remained recognizable. Birmingham police units responded within minutes, establishing a perimeter around the restaurant. Officers intercepted Denton's vehicle, a 2015 Honda Civic registered under an alias, as she attempted to exit the drive-thru. The arrest was executed without resistance. with Denton immediately invoking her right to remain silent. A search of Denton's vehicle and temporary residence at a nearby motel yielded significant evidence. Officers recovered Omari Wilkins' Ledger Nano X cryptocurrency wallet still attached to its distinctive steel chain. The device showed signs of tampering, suggesting unsuccessful attempts to access its contents. Additionally, investigators found multiple prepaid phones, approximately $3.200 in cash, and various items of disguise, including wigs and colored contact lenses. In Denton's motel room, investigators discovered a notebook containing detailed information about cryptocurrency trading. The notes included specific references to Wilkins' device model and potential ways to extract its contents. Forensic analysis later matched the handwriting to samples from Denton's previous rental applications in Memphis. During initial questioning at Birmingham Police Headquarters, Denton maintained her innocence, claiming she had left Memphis before Wilkins' death. However, her story contained multiple inconsistencies. She could not explain her possession of Wilkins' cryptocurrency wallet, nor account for her movements between June 17 and June 26. Cell tower data and surveillance footage contradicted several aspects of her claimed timeline. The evidence recovered from Birmingham proved crucial in establishing Denton's connection to the murder. The Ledger device showed damage consistent with multiple attempts to access its contents without the proper security credentials. Analysis of Denton's laptop, also recovered from the motel room, revealed extensive research into cryptocurrency wallet security systems and methods of recovering access to locked devices. Further investigation of Denton's activities in Birmingham uncovered a pattern of preparation for long-term evasion. She had inquired about apartments under various aliases, sought under-the-table employment at several establishments, and begun establishing a new identity using forged documents. These actions demonstrated clear consciousness of guilt and intent to avoid capture. Memphis detectives Brandon Stokes and Kira Mays traveled to Birmingham to conduct a formal interview with Denton. During this session, they presented evidence linking her directly to Wilkins' murder, including DNA matches from the crime scene and surveillance footage tracking her journey from Memphis to Little Rock. Though Denton continued to deny direct involvement, her responses to specific questions about the Ledger wallet and her movements on June 17 revealed knowledge only the perpetrator could possess. The recovery of physical evidence in Birmingham, particularly the Ledger wallet, provided prosecutors with crucial elements needed to build their case. The device's presence in Denton's possession, combined with her documented research into bypassing its security, established a clear motive for the murder and connected her directly to the crime scene. On July 8, 2020, following extensive negotiations between prosecutors and defense attorneys, Denton accepted a plea agreement. The agreement came after prosecutors presented overwhelming evidence linking her to Omari Wilkins' murder. In exchange for pleading guilty to first-degree murder, prosecutors agreed not to seek the death penalty. During her confession, Denton provided a detailed account of the events leading to Wilkins' death. She described how she identified him as a target through Tinder, specifically searching for profiles that mentioned cryptocurrency or displayed signs of financial success. Denton explained that her previous strategy of long-term manipulation of wealthy men had become unsustainable due to mounting debts totaling over $100. Denton's confession revealed meticulous planning spent over several weeks. She deliberately cultivated Wilkins' trust while gathering information about his cryptocurrency holdings. Bank records confirmed her claims of financial desperation, showing multiple defaulted loans and maxed-out credit cards in the months preceding the murder. The murder itself occurred on June 17, 2020. Denton arrived at Wilkins' apartment around 9 p.m., having already formulated her plan. She brought wine and suggested intimate activity involving restraints. After Wilkins consented to being tied up, Denton used nylon ropes to secure him to the bed. The medical examiner's report confirmed her account of using a leather belt to strangle him from behind, applying pressure for approximately 4 minutes until death occurred. Following the murder, Denton conducted a systematic search of the apartment for any written record of the cryptocurrency wallet's access codes. She admitted to examining Wilkins' office, personal documents, and electronic devices. Finding nothing, she took his iPhone, Ledger wallet, and car keys. Financial investigators later determined that Wilkins' cryptocurrency holdings at the time were worth approximately $1.2 million. Denton detailed her escape route. Driving Wilkins' Chevrolet Camaro to Little Rock, Arkansas. She described deliberately choosing Little Rock due to its distance from Memphis and its position at the intersection of multiple interstate highways, making it an ideal location to abandon the vehicle. She destroyed Wilkins' phone and discarded it near the abandoned car to eliminate potential tracking. The confession included Denton's failed attempts to access the Ledger wallet. She spent several days researching methods to bypass the device's security but discovered it was impossible without the correct passphrase. This revelation made her realize the murder had been futile. The device found in her possession showed damage consistent with multiple attempted breaches. Denton's account aligned with evidence already gathered by investigators. Her fingerprints matched those found on the murder weapon, bed frame, and various surfaces throughout Wilkins' apartment. DNA evidence collected from the crime scene corresponded with samples taken after her arrest. Cell tower data confirmed her movements from Memphis to Little Rock and subsequently to Birmingham. During the confession, Denton also revealed previously unknown details about her preparation for the crime. She had established multiple escape routes, prepared false identification documents, and arranged temporary accommodations in several cities. These preparations demonstrated the premeditated nature of the murder and her intent to evade capture. The confession provided prosecutors with a complete timeline of events, from Denton's initial targeting of Wilkins through dating apps to her eventual capture in Birmingham. Her detailed account, combined with the physical evidence, cell phone records, and financial documentation, created an overwhelming case for the prosecution. The plea agreement was accepted by the court, leading to the final phase of legal proceedings. On September 15, 2020, Denton appeared before Judge Raymond Harris in the Shelby County Criminal Court for sentencing following her guilty plea to first-degree murder, robbery, and destruction of evidence. The prosecution presented their sentencing recommendations, supported by victim impact statements from Omari Wilkins' family and business associates. The sentencing hearing revealed the full impact of Denton's crimes. CYO Wilkins delivered an emotional testimony describing his brother's journey from a college graduate to a successful entrepreneur. He detailed how Omari had built his business from scratch, carefully investing in cryptocurrency during its early stages and growing his luxury car rental company through disciplined financial management. David Park, Omari's business partner, testified about the lasting impact on their company following Wilkins' death. Premium Fleet LLC lost several major clients and struggled to maintain its market position. Park emphasized how Wilkins' murder had not only ended a promising life but had also affected numerous employees and business relationships he had cultivated. District Attorney Margaret Fuller presented evidence of Denton's calculated approach to the murder. Bank records demonstrated her pattern of targeting wealthy men, though none of her previous schemes had escalated to violence. The prosecution emphasized how Denton had specifically chosen Wilkins for his cryptocurrency holdings, making digital security the central focus of her plan. The court reviewed forensic analysis of the Ledger Nano X device recovered from Denton. Technical experts confirmed that, despite multiple attempts, the cryptocurrency remained inaccessible. The investigation estimated the locked Bitcoin holdings at $1.2 million, which would remain permanently secured due to the device's encryption technology. Judge Harris considered several factors in determining the sentence. He noted Denton's premeditation, the brutal nature of the murder, and her attempts to evade capture. The judge also acknowledged her eventual cooperation with investigators and acceptance of responsibility through the plea agreement. However, he emphasized that her primary motivation appeared to be the overwhelming evidence against her rather than genuine remorse. The court sentenced Denton to 20 years for first-degree murder, with an additional 5 years for robbery and 2 years for destruction of evidence to be served concurrently. The sentence included the possibility of parole after serving 15 years, contingent upon good behavior and completion of rehabilitation programs. Following the sentencing, the Memphis Police Department issued a comprehensive report on the case. The report highlighted the increasing risks faced by cryptocurrency investors and the importance of protecting sensitive financial information, particularly in personal relationships. Law enforcement officials used the case to illustrate how traditional security measures, while necessary, needed to be complemented by awareness of social engineering tactics. The Bitcoin stored on Wilkins' ledger device remained locked, serving as a grim reminder of the murder's futility. Cryptocurrency security experts noted that the hardware wallet's security features had performed exactly as designed, preventing unauthorized access even after physical theft. The inaccessible digital asset stood as a testament to both the effectiveness of proper security measures and the tragic cost of their implementation. The case garnered attention from cybersecurity professionals and cryptocurrency investors nationwide. Industry publications and security forums cited the Wilkins murder as a cautionary example of how digital asset security extended beyond technical measures to include personal safety considerations. The case became a cornerstone example in discussions about cryptocurrency security and the risks of sharing financial information in personal relationships.